Caligorn. Oh, first up versus Bayek. Immediate blessing of protection. Can you remove it? You can remove it. Feign death for a second. Try to see if you can stop a little bit of a Bayek's go. Freezing trap waiting for him perfectly. Right in the good spot. That is going to be tricking on Bayek. Trying to see if he can close that gap. Knockback onto the Pally. Trying to go for a disengage stun out of Bayek. Either way, though, there's going to be a stun lock by Ketum. Does he have a big setup? Rapid fire double tap that is doing a lot of damage. Burns to shield defend is real quick. A lickety split. That is going to be bubble out for Bayek. Turtle shell for Ketum. Immune for immune. Bayek does some regenerating though, so he does have himself a little bit extra survivability on top of it. Ketum placing a freezing trap yet again. And he just needs to get himself a good line of sight, a good distance away from Bayek. If he can do that, he'll be golden. Stun with that Eagle Harrier coming down with an aim shot to follow. Got himself a bit of decent damage, but Bayek is going to end up backing up out of there pretty quickly. Needs to get himself a bit of a catch up. Ketum immediately sitting down for food, man. Having a mage on the team for some food is massive. Bayek also has a mage food with Mies too. Forgot about that. Volley, tell me you see him, right? Wait, do you have the volley where you can see him through LOS? You do, right? Or do you not? Definitely have double tap with a volley. Freezing trap trades with a stun. That is perfect for Ketum, actually. That is actually really, really good. Got himself a stun to follow up with a Bayek. He got himself Wake of Ashes. Still got a Dawn Light on to get him either way, though. Got himself the range and the damage, but needs to find a way to just consistently keep the pressure on the Paladino. I just traveled into outer space for a second there. I think the camera gonna push through a wall. So this place does have a skybox. You just can't really see it, can ya? As it's gonna be Bayek trying to give himself a little bit of survivability here. With Ketum duking up a bit of a camo, looking for that reset. The duel between the Pally and the Hunter, I was thinking it was going to be a really quick one that ends like fast, like that. But no, it isn't. Volley down for Ketum. Got himself a bit of decent damage. Stun him to Bayek. He's out in the open. No more Bob, no more Bubble. Maybe lay on hands in case he ever needs one. Freezing trap around the other side. He's going to be able to avoid it. Binding shot does connect. This is the Hunter going to try to see if he can get himself a bit of a reposition. Aim shot is available. As long as he can get more aim shots in, I think he'll be golden. Trying to see if he can pressure golden, but the Pally, look at the range damage the Pally has gotten, man. He's got some plenty of ways to keep up with Ketum, even though he's not up in melee with the guy all the time. Tricky to follow. Does get himself a big combo, big volley, big, what is it, the Wailing Arrow? No, that's not even a thing anymore, is it? Trying to see if he can get himself Black Arrow setups, but he's just not quite connecting with that Searing Glare. Ketum got himself big defensive ready to go. Aim shots to follow. Just needs more of those kill shots, Black Arrow combos. Rapid fire with the silence on a Bayek. That's actually kind of massive. Aim shot does not have the line of sight anymore. Got himself a volley. Is this enough? Aim shot's still gonna go through. Does catch him with an arcade on top of it. Oh my god. I was thinking he's not gonna connect. Freezing trap winning. Oh, Caligorn stop there for a second just to get himself and doesn't get the kill. Was that a bleed? It must have been a bleed, right? I'm a log off, so I can't join later. Okay. Oh, good, Leah. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. I hope I see you next week, yeah? Or maybe tomorrow if I do more on EU duels. Thank you so much for popping in. Appreciate ya. Cheap shot onto Caligorn. Stun onto Plush. Try to see if we can get him some kind of a setup. Trick it out for Plush really, really early here. Caligorn get a blood up. And Plush, I think he's trying to see if he can go for full go. Kingsbane is on. Cal trying to see, I think, if he can get a wall out of Caligorn. But he's got himself fear. He's got himself just enough survivability passively. Got himself a little bit of defenses here with that shield from Ignore Pain. Disarm onto Caligorn. Does get a stun. Spear onto Plush with a roar. He does try to see if he can escape, but he can't. He does go for the vantage there just to at least escape the line of sight of Caligorn for a second, but that spear still held him in. Is it going to be a big leap for Caligorn? Does he go for a big wall here potentially? It might just have to, especially if he expects a, no, stun. I think it's over. Yeah, parry. There's nothing Plush can do. Nothing Plush can do. The parry. He just needs one more hit. One more go. Oh, throw. Oh no, heroic throw is not going to be enough. Next go. Plush could actually make something happen here. Plush could actually make a kidney shot happen. Normal wall for Caligorn. He does have a trinket. I don't know if he burns a trinket. Oh, what was that? That strike. Was that just a mortal strike? That he just kept cooking for a while? My god. Is a dual link to battle one to play today? Oh no, small trip to relax. I hope you enjoy this trip, Saya. Hope you enjoy your vacation, my guy. Hell yeah. Dude, Caligorn, how does everybody have this mount already? Why am I so behind on this mount grind, dude? I played so many games, man. I hit 2400 Blitz. I'm pretty sure pretty much like 10 points away from 2400 in solos. I've been playing so many games, and I just can't get that mount. How many more games do I have to play? I've been going through so many. Oh my god, I feel like they should just add like an extra stipulation with that mount, right? Either fill up the bar or hit 2400. It's like, dude, come on, man. It's not like I didn't put effort this season at all. Come on, dude. Actually, it's been a while since I hit 2400 this early in the season before inflation starts to hit. I feel like a lot of players really get that like really elite rewards once you get into that like when the rate starts to get inflated, because it actually feels really nice. The games you get just a little bit more fun. Everybody's playing, everybody's popping off and everything, so it feels like the game is like refreshes. Every season it's really popping off at the very start, and then it slows down, and then they inflate the MMR a little bit, and then it's like everybody gets the rewards, everybody's constantly playing. It's really fun. Constantly queues are popping, don't have to wait an hour for a queue. While I'm out here in that 3500 or BG Blitz bracket, having to wait an hour for a game, or have to wait until it's like 3-4 in the morning, where everybody in that bracket plays. Ah, dude. Caligorn trying to see if he can keep himself alive here versus Jay. Just trying to see if he can avoid a lot of the setup, because Jay can do some mean amount of damage on him. Poly, full stun, big shatter combos, back-to-back damage. It is just a lot to deal with at once. Dropping down Blizzard for a quick second. And Jay is trying to see if he can get himself some line of sight behind, or not line of sight, trying to see if he can get himself in the line of sight of Caligorn, I guess what I'm trying to say. Trying to make sure, trying to find a good angle versus him is I guess what I'm trying to go for. Missing that kick, Caligorn might actually have to pay for this one. That's going to be a potential big combo. Big stun? Yeah, big stun. Does not have a trinket. That's a full shadow combo. Oh, does he survive it? Got himself a little bit extra health. Reflect for a moment. Jay does go for a blink. Still flurries. Flying in. Fear by Cal. Trying to go for a spear. Did Jay alter that? He escaped it one way or another. Either reverse blinked it or altered it as the spear was about to connect. Didn't quite do it. Charge again for Cal. The blink doesn't go anywhere. It does get a stun, but they're knocked back by the mage's golden. Caligorn needs a blaze storm just to make sure he can get himself potentially a little bit of a closer reconnect, which is Jay. Brat to follow, roar right after Poly, and everything is available. Shit power to follow him. Does he have himself a good setup here? He's trying to go for a stun setup. Trying to go for a stun. Caligorn needed a pre-wall here, I think. That is a rare frost he lives it though. He lives that rare frost some way, somehow. Parry up right after Jay. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. Trying to go for a knock. It doesn't go send it flying. Caligorn does get it. Trying to go for a stone onto Jay. Is going to go off the side of the platform. He needs to get himself a bit of a heal. First aid, the frozen orb, as well as the blizzard do disrupt it. Both Jay and Caligorn are low though. If you can land yourself a good reflect, you might be golden, but it's so much damage from range. He's still alive though. Dodging that meteor some way, somehow. Needs a line of sight. He needs to be under the platform. Forcing Jay to walk next to him. He's got himself a better angle. Could go for a charge. Stun. If you can interrupt him on frost, that'll be huge. Fear to follow. That's massive. He does go for a trinket though. Repositions it. He still has line of sight for Caligorn, so he's okay. He just needs one good setup. Big Colossus, everything. He might be able to make it happen. Spear's available too, so Jay won't be able to go anywhere. It'll be immediate block. You'll have to block it. You just gotta CC him for a moment. Keep him in place. That's what you have to do. I don't know if you just go for like maybe a stun around the corner and then a spear. Charge, Blade Storm knows it's going to be a blink. For Jay, that's a blink, so it could be a lockdown unless he goes for a reverse blink. If he goes for a reversion, then he'll be okay. I think he'll regain a charge back. Stun, can't do anything. I think it's going to be a spear moment. Has to go for spear, I think. Another charge? Maybe leap? Leaps. I think he just has to go for spear. If he had a spear there, then Jay would not even be able to escape with a blink, and then you could go for a full Colossus smash. Try to go for Ring of Frost. You're trapped. No, you're not trapped up. You actually prevented the cast. I thought the cast finished. The guy's bleeding out, though. The mage is bleeding out little by little. He's got him some shields. Reflect up for Cal. He's got him some lots of healing. Jay setting down for food immediately. At some point, you have to spear him. Because if you had him stunned, speared, he wouldn't be able to go anywhere. It actually would have been perfect. But Caligorn does get kited out. Jay, if anything, is at least really good at the kiting game. Is really good at that. keeping himself at bay away from Cal. He's doing A-okay with it. Fear for just a quick second does go for Will of Forsaken for a moment. Calagorn looking to get himself an angle, if at all possible. He needs to get himself blink. That is a blink out of J if you go in for a leap stun. Charge? I don't even know how you found an angle. Breath and stun. Oh! Did you interrupt him on Frost or was it Arcane? I don't even know, but he does get the kill. Holy! Cobra is gonna be up next. The Cobra making a return, trying to see if he can get him some sort of a setup. Big Gateman right after Calagorn got himself Avatar to follow. There's a stun right around the corner. Big Bolt interrupts it. That stun was so short. I guess from the Infernal, that was one stun. Second stun. That Infernal, that Casbolt intro was beautiful though. Exactly what it needed. Succubus catching him, Trinket to follow. Cobra got himself a couple instances. More to call into Calagorn. Bolt one. Does he get a second bolt? No, he doesn't get a second one. Parry up for Calagorn. Trinket up right now for Cobra. It does go for the wall. Second bolt does connect. This is where Calagorn is in a position where he just cannot get pelted on. He just can't be eating bolts right now. He cannot be. That is a proc damage out of Cobra too. Big soul fire right after. That's a fast cast proc. Both are super low. Calagorn, Fear to follow into Cobra. This is where maybe he can go for Warbreaker. Colossus Smash does go through, but yeah, Conflagration with Incinerate. It was just enough to take him. And Mies is going to be up next. Got himself a couple of Lances, a couple of Frostfire bolts here. With Cobra trying to, I don't know if you live this. Reflect. Oh, you're okay for a second. Your health, though. Your health, bro. Your health. Ah. This is going to be Blizzard down for a second. Cobra try to see if he can get himself out of dodge here, if at all possible. Up and down for a second. Oh, I was gonna say for a second, like, oh man, when I see somebody super low, I'm like, are they gonna live? Is there opportunity there? Rick immediately setting out the pets onto Mies, forcing a block out of him. Axos right after. Lockdown on Frost for a second. That's a lot of pets. You're just blocked, so there's nothing you can do. I think for Mies, it's gonna be outski. I think it's gonna be down here. Downhill from here. Unless trying to make a play, trying to have himself a waddle. Back it up out of there, shifting power for some cooldowns, maybe a shield. Ah, yeah. I was just thinking, like, we are pretty high dampening. 12 minutes into the match, 68% dampening. I'm just kind of grating my teeth. I'm just watching your Halberd, just seeing, like, if there's any way for you to, like, make an escape here. Lemon Roll, second to last oral for that team, too. Rick has to go through a lot of players. Feral Druid and Monk. The only way you can win this, I think, is if you just don't get hit. You cannot let him touch you at all, and Lemon is immediately on top of you. Holy, he's sucking you like glue. Try to go for Sice and wins, does close that gap really quickly. Rick, all he can do is just try to see if he can stay away. Can't go anywhere. Hand to go down. Wall. He can't even Fear Lemon. He has to at some point land a Fear or two. Lemon just continued to pummel damage into the guy, but he has to go for Fear. Knocking up the D with Doomguard, learning how to fly. With a Fear off that Axe Toss. Yeah, for Rick, I don't think he has much health to work with. Single class touch of death and it's over. All you can do is spam Fears on the guy. Unless you could, like, stun. It's over. It is over. That is so rough, dude. Who's got the most? Calagorn picking up 3. Let's go, my guy. The Mage was a hard one, though. Mage was a toughie. Not gonna lie. Mage ain't easy.